Hello, guys. This is Jelena, and I wanted to just kind of give a short explanation on an experience that I had yesterday. So I was kind of give you like a background information. So basically, I went to um, or not Los Angeles, but like the Los Angeles Anaheim area, and kind of like went back and forth between the two areas for the past like 5 to 6 days, or probably no, actually probably about 4 days. We were in California and then we were in like in Orlando for 2 days. So we went originally to go to Disneyland. Disneyland was the main reason we went. I got to go to the 1975 pop-up shop while we were there, so that was pretty cool. And I met a YouTuber. Her Instagram is simply underscore Kenna, and she's like the nicest person ever. She's like so tiny, she's so cute, and again, that was like a I was already like shook from that. I was like, oh my god, I just met her because like I've been watching her on YouTube for the past couple months, and I know that she goes to Disneyland all the time, but I wasn't sure if I was gonna see her on my trip. So I saw her on Instagram, and I was like, oh my god, you're at Disneyland, I'm here too. And then she was like, oh, I'm here, and like um, and I didn't get her message on time because I wasn't really checking my phone like every hour or anything. And so by the time I had done that, I was already late. And then I ended up meeting her in the haunted mansion line. So that was pretty cool. So yeah, Simply Kenna, I met her and I thought she was gonna be like the biggest celebrity I was gonna meet there, for my entire trip. So I was pretty shook, and I was so pleased with just meeting her like that day that I honestly didn't think that anything else was gonna happen, because I had already told my mom, oh, I want to meet someone, I want to meet someone that I like, blah blah blah. So basically, everything that started, for this actual video, I just want to kind of give you background information. Everything that started for this actual video is yesterday I met Brendon Urie. And you guys probably gonna be like, oh my god, why, who, what, when, why, where. So, anyways, basically, um, uh, my mom and I were at Los Angeles Airport, and we were going, trying to go home. We were going to a flight to Orlando from LAX, and um, it was around 2 or 3 o'clock Los Angeles time, and so we were pretty early, not that early, but like we were kind of early. But our gate was 53A, so we walked to our gate, and we were trying to go to our gate, and um, there was already a lot of people because of the flight before. The flight before hadn't like boarded yet and all that stuff. So, and that was the one to Detroit, Michigan, and that flight hadn't boarded yet. So we were kind of like, where do we sit? There's all these people standing up, and there's like, and this area is so busy. So we were walking, like we were actually trying to find our gate first before we even like tried to find a seat. We were trying to find our gate, and like we walked like right in front of it, and like my mom was like, "This is our gate, whatever." But honestly, I was so distracted. Okay, so I was walking, and I look to my right, and I see someone wearing all black. He has like brown hair like this, and he has like a huge forehead, and I'm like, oh my god, that looks like Brendon Urie. And he was on his phones, and he was like looking down, and he was kind of tired, and like kind of had like bags and stuff, so I wasn't really sure if it was him. But I looked next to him, and I was like, oh my god, that's Sarah. Oh my god. And they didn't have any security guards. There was nobody going up to him. He was literally just standing there. Um, so basically, I was like, what the heck is going on? Like, that's not him. I was like, oh my god, that's not Brendon. That's just someone who looks like him. Turn around, go away, like go sit down, like for your flight and all that. But like I was like debating in my mind, should I say something like, what if it's not him, blah blah blah. But I saw Sarah, and I'm like, it has to be him. So I take one step forward, and I'm like, Brendon, and this guy looks up from his phone, looks towards me, and like comes with open arms, is like, hey, and I'm like, what the heck? Oh my god, this is Brent. Oh my god, this is actually Brendon Urie. So, and again, like, we don't have this in Tampa. We don't have this in Orlando, like, celebrities all the time. So it's like, I mean, for people there, it was like, it's probably pretty normal, like, even if they did see him, whatever. But honestly, no one knew who he was. So, like, yeah. It was me and this other girl. We actually ended up we were actually on the same plane, and we ended up meeting each other. But me and this other girl were the only two people, like, were the only two people who actually knew who he was and like asked him for pictures that day. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's been to tons of airports, but people barely ask him for pictures or even know who he is. So, yeah. So, anyways, I went up to him. He was like hugging me. He was like, "Hey." And then I was like, "Can I take a picture with you?" And he was like, "Sure." And like, so my phone was in my bag because I wasn't expecting seeing anybody, like, honestly. And so I was like trying to take my phone out of my bag, and then while I was doing that, he was asking me like, "Oh, where you guys headed or whatever?" And he was like, and I said Orlando, and he was like, "Oh, okay." Like, he didn't tell us where he was going or anything. Obviously, he's not gonna do that because, you know, you can stalk him and stuff. But I knew where he was going. The flight was actually going to Detroit, Michigan, if anyone was wondering, because I'm pretty sure Sarah's family lives in Detroit, Michigan. So that's why he was going there. So, because it's like Christmas time, and that's basically why he was traveling there. So I get my phone out, and he's like, "Do you want like a little bit of selfie action, or do you want like a full picture?" And I was like, "Oh my god, you're so kind. You're so sweet." And Sarah was in the back, and like my mom has a video. She was kind of like hiding. She didn't really want to be like seen or anything, so I didn't bother her or anything like that. I was getting my phone out, and he was like, "Do you want selfie action, or do you want like a full picture?" So I was like, can I get both? Like, he's not doing anything. So like, I was kind of like, I kept asking him for like so much stuff. Like, I kept asking for a video, picture, all this stuff. And I kind of felt bad, but honestly, he was like kind of bored and wasn't really doing anything in the first place. He was on his phone, and like him and Sarah weren't even talking to each other as far as I can see. Like, he was literally just on his phone, and Sarah was on her phone and like kind of like this, like in the corner. So honestly, like, I didn't think I was bothering him or anything. I wasn't. So if anyone's like, "Why'd you bother Brendon?" I didn't bother him at all. He was literally not doing anything. Like, he was just waiting for his flight along with like the other people, like the other couple of people, and there was no security guards, no nothing. Like, they were just regular people that day. So basically, I so I was like, so at first we took a selfie. We took like 2 or 3 selfies, and I didn't ask for like a specific pose or anything. But then I told him that I saw him in Tampa and all that. And then I gave my phone to my mom, and she took like actual full body pictures because I wanted just both. I didn't want just like a selfie. I told him that my friend Alexis is a really big fan of him, and she actually is the one that gave me tickets to the show in Tampa. And I was like, "Oh my god, this would be amazing if you could like if you could like say hi to her on video or something like that." And he was like, "Okay, sure, okay." And I was like, "Oh my god, you are like the best person ever."
What's up, Alexis? I'm Brendon from Panic at the Disco. Thanks for getting those tickets for the homie, and appreciate you. Hope to see you soon.
Honestly, like, I was like staring into his eyes, and like, oh my god, he has such good eye contact. He's like so pretty even when he like tired. And oh my god, it was so much to comprehend. It was just like so much. Like, it was just, this always went over my head. I wasn't expecting any of it. So he ended up saying hi to my friend on video, and he basically just said, "Oh, hey Alexis, thanks for giving her a ticket to whatever. I'll see you soon. Blah blah blah." And so that was pretty cool. And I sent that to my friend, and she was like freaking out. And also, when we were like taking our selfie, I was like, so we took a picture, and like I saw in the picture, oh my god, my hair's messed up. So I was like, oh my god, my hair's messed up. And he like turned, he like stood back up like for a second and like looked at me and was like, "Oh yeah, you gotta get your hair perfect for the selfie." I'm like, And I was like, yeah. I was trying to be the most chill person you could literally think of, but my mom saw me shaking. Like, I was shaking so bad. I don't even know if he noticed. I mean, it's probably not the first time, but like, literally, I was shaking. Like, I was like, oh my God, oh my God. So, the video, I was like, he kind of was like starting to say like bye and all that, but then I was like, wait, I have to get one for Snapchat. So he took him, he's like, okay. He took one for Snapchat, and I kept saying sorry because I felt like I was like wasting his time. But honestly, he wasn't doing anything. So honestly, I could have been talking to him all day long. And then I just kind of like said thank you so much, and then he was like, okay, yeah, no matter, no problem or whatever. And then I said like bye, whatever. So me and my mom left, and we went like to the way other side, which was like not even, we weren't supposed to go over there because that wasn't, because where he was standing was our gate. But I kind of wanted to leave because like I was like, I had so much anxiety. I wasn't sure if he was gonna be on our flight or not, but I'm pretty sure he would have said, oh, I'm on that flight too, if he was on our flight. So we went to the other side. We were waiting and stuff. So my mom actually went to go do something, and then she was like, she came back. She was like, he's still there, and I'm like, oh my God, he's Brendon Urie is literally and within walking distance of me, and he's like been there for the past like 20 minutes. That's crazy. And he ended up being there for about 30 to 45 minutes. Like his plane didn't start boarding until like way later. I like walked over there and like I got pictures and stuff of him like cuz I forgot to get pictures of him. So I went over there and I was like being a complete stalker and I got pictures of him. I was like walking past. I was like acting like I was going to the water fountain and like I kept getting pictures with him. I was just trying to see if he was still there, like who he was talking to, and there was like this guy and like his wife or something that he was just like talking to. I don't think he actually knows them. I think he's just chatting to some people at the airport like a normal person, obviously. And then I went back to my seat, and then my mom was like, um, "We need to go find a seat over there, you know, blah blah, blah, because our flight is leaving soon." And so we ended up going back over there, and I ended up seeing Brendon. Like they were calling everybody to go on the plane, and I ended up seeing Brendon and Sarah go on the plane. So that was pretty cool. And then he left and he was gone. He went on the plane, whatever. And our flight was actually delayed, so we ended up being there for like another extra hour. But honestly, nothing could have ruined my mood. So honestly, I didn't even care that the flight was delayed. My mom cared, but I didn't care. So that was basically my experience of meeting Brendon Urie at the airport. It was Los Angeles Airport. He was the nicest person that you have probably ever that I will ever meet in my life. He was so sweet, and I forgot to tell him like so many things just rushed over my head. And after I met him the first time, I didn't want to go back and bother him again. So like and be like a stalker. So I didn't end up going back to him or saying anything else to him for the rest of the 30 45 minutes that he was standing there. But that's basically it. I wasn't expecting to see him out of all the celebrities, out of all like the gates and out of all the like flights and like terminals and stuff that he could have been at. He was at our gate, like right in front of it. Like he was getting on the flight in our gate, and I'm honestly that's like how crazy is that? Like what are the chances of that happening? I am so grateful. I'm so thankful. Just I can't imagine a better experience of meeting Brendon or like any band member. Like honestly, that was probably the best experience of my life. And it was honestly, it was amazing because there was nobody else there, and I felt it was so personal. Like it wasn't like a meet and greet or anything. I had so much time with him. He wasn't in a rush or anything, so it was amazing. And I believe that if you want to go try to meet him at the airport, whatever, sure. But this was in the airport when we were flying, so if you try to meet him outside, you'll probably get like tons of other screaming girls and you probably won't meet him. I'm just saying. But if you get the chance to meet Brendon or like I guess any member of Panic at the Disco, just do it. Like just go. Like no matter what I'm saying, whatever, like go meet them, go stay outside at the airport, like do whatever you have to do because you probably will or you might meet them, you know? So like just never give up hope, guys. Things happen when you least expect it. If you're going to Los Angeles, I would just say keep an eye out on the crowd because you never know. You never know who you're gonna bump into or who you're gonna see. Um, so yeah, that is my experience of meeting and greeting Panic at the Disco / Brendon Urie. So that was an amazing experience, and see you guys later. Bye.